We're back from the break.
I don't know what we're yelling about! Loud noises!
You're listening to the Red Raider Rundown on KTXT, The Raider 88.1.
Welcome back to the program. This is the Red Raider Rundown on KTXT. I'm David Woolverton, joined by Justin Laney. And Texas Tech softball coach Shannon Hayes joins the program now. Coach, thanks for joining us. Are you there?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us. It's awesome. We really appreciate your time. First off, congratulations on a great season last year. I know you're looking to build on last year's success in 2013. You went 4-1 last weekend in Las Cruces. What do you think your team needs to improve on from last weekend's tournament?
Well, our infield defense wasn't quite as good as we wanted it to be, and just being more consistent. The game that we dropped to Colorado State was just a game where we didn't hit very well and had one of those games, and we seem like we'll play good every 2 or 3 games and then kind of lay an egg here early in the season, and that's kind of to be expected because we're usually starting 4 or 5 freshmen.
Hey, Coach, Justin Laney here. How important do you think it is to play a tough non-conference schedule, and how do you think that'll benefit you down the road and on into Big 12 play?
Well, it's important, and we're definitely playing a good schedule this year that I think gets us ready for the conference because, the Big 12 is one of the best conferences in the country, and what makes it really good is that there's great pitching that we go against in our conference. And you've got Kalani Ricketts at Oklahoma, who some consider be the best pitcher in the country, and Whitney Canyon at Baylor, and both of those young ladies were on the Team USA softball team these past 2 years, and so you're facing the best pitching in the country and great coaches, and you better be ready.
Can you talk about the luxury of having a leadoff hitter such as Mikey Kinney at the top of your lineup?
Oh man, Mikey's she's big time, and she's having a big time year so far. I mean, she's hitting 500 on the year, and her on base percentage is over 600, and she's different than most leadoff hitters. She's almost 6 feet tall. She's 5'11"-ish, and she can hit the ball a long way. She's going to hit home runs. She's going to hit doubles, and she can steal bases as well. So, it's a great luxury having her, and unfortunately, she's a senior.
And who's a newcomer on this 2013 team that Texas Tech softball fans should watch out for?
Well, the young lady hitting right behind Mikey in the 2 spot is Shelby Johnson, and Shelby was a 2-year All-American at Chattanooga State Junior College. They won the national championship last year. She's probably the quickest girl we've had since I've been here at Texas Tech. She led the nation in stolen bases in junior college last year with over 80. And so she's really been good thus far, and I think she's 7 for 7 stolen bases early in the season and had some big hits for us. And, her speed has been great. And then Gretchen O'Coin is a girl that we count on to be a good pitcher here late in the season as she develops. She's a freshman. She's 6 feet tall, a good athlete, left-handed hitter. Those two, I think, have done some impressive things so far this year.
Softball coach Shannon Hayes with us on the Red Raider Rundown. 7-3 on the season so far. Coach, can you talk to us about Adriana Perez? 4 home runs and 2 grand slams in one day. What does she mean to you in your program right now?
Well, I mean, she's a run producer. She's, her and Sandy James at the 3 and 4 hole for us. They drive in Mikey and Shelby, and with one swing of the bat, they can change the game because they both have great power. They're seniors, they're seasoned veterans. We count on AP and Sandy to provide leadership and just, drive in runs. And they've really, really been good so far. And obviously Adriana had a great day, but she's been pretty consistent, last year and this year.
I totally agree. And entering your 4th season with Texas Tech, are there any challenges you faced this year that you hadn't come across in your previous 3 seasons?
Well, yes, and the main thing is just this is our first year to really have a lot of freshmen in. We had 8 freshmen coming in, and having 4 or 5 freshmen on the field at one time all the time is a challenge because they're learning to fit in, learning to play together, learning to play at this level. They're talented kids, which is obviously good because that we recruited them. But just getting acclimated to having a new club. The past 3 years, our infield was pretty much the same the whole time, and that spoils you. We had some great players, and we lost those kids to graduation, and so now we're trying to get, these freshmen established.
And what is the impact of losing an All-American player like Emily Bledsoe?
Well, I mean, her leadership, number one, and then just losing a player that was what I thought was the best third baseman in the country last year defensively, and all-around great athlete, one of those kids that does everything well. Obviously, you can't replace that.
And I know those are, in fact, big shoes to fill. How's Taylor Powell worked into that situation down there at third base?
Well, Taylor's done well. In fact, we play her at third and short, depending on how we, do our lineup from day to day. Sometimes we're playing her back at short as well. I think she's hitting over 400 right now, and had a huge hit the other day to help beat New Mexico in extra innings. And so, she's a great athlete. She works super hard, super leadership, and she's doing a good job stepping in.
And finally, Coach, heading to San Marcos in a couple of days, what should we expect from your team this weekend in the Texas Shootout?
Well, who knows? Hopefully, we'll expect to show up and play hard. It all starts with your pitching, and Kara Custer and Brittany Talley are leaders in the circle right now. I mean, the sophomore and a junior, and when they go out and they're on point and they're throwing well and they're throwing confident, it seems like good things obviously are going to follow. And so hopefully we'll be looking for some good pitching performances, and our offense, I think we're hitting over 350 right now, which is pretty impressive. If we can keep that up and try to stay away from the, laying an egg here and there, hopefully we'll come back with some good wins. There's some good teams there.
Yeah, there really are some good teams there, and we really appreciate your time. Thanks for talking with us, Coach. We appreciate everything you do for our school and our Texas Tech athletes. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck down in San Marcos.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.